Start with a prayer.
One, two, and
Oh my goodness. Let us start with a prayer, guys. No. Just kidding, we're gonna get canceled. Hey guys, it's Kylie and welcome to the SOLÁverse Pod. Think of this as a catch-up, life, love, business, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. No filters, just real talk. What inspired this podcast and its purpose highlighting Women's International Month this month, we started the SOLÁverse Pod to keep it real, unfiltered, fun, and a little chaotic. This month, we're here to celebrate women, our power, our stories, and our journey of claiming spaces where you belong. Whether you're leading the boardroom or leading your own path, here's your reminder that your story matters. Quick disclaimer, this is our thoughts, no fillers, no corporate script. Take what you need, skip the rest. Oh my goodness! For today's video, guys, we have the one and only, my very, very good friend, DJ, TV personality, Miss Intercontinental Philippines, seasoned model, and overall hot chick, Christi McGarry.
Hi guys. Woo. Hi Kylie.
Hi, thank you so much for doing this for me.
For sure.
I am so excited to have you here.
I'm excited to see you and Chica and catch up. It's been
And
a while.
Chica, it's been so long.
Yes, it has.
Wait, okay, so how long have we been friends? Oof.
More than 10,
10 years.
Oh my god, a decade.
Oh my God, guys.
A decade of friendship.
Haters will pull up photos and
Please don't.
honestly, I think we still
Please don't do it. We look way better now. We've gotten the glow up like times 10 for sure.
Okay, so just to give you guys a bit of a background, Christy and I competed in Bini Bini Pilipinas together, and this was 2015.
15.
Oh my God, we were
Oh my god, it's 10 years.
10 years. We were 20.
Oh, yes. You were 20.
I was 20.
You
What
were
about
20.
you?
Secret. You can do the math a little bit later, I think.
No, but we had such a good time. But fun fact, Christy won the pageant and I didn't.
And you know what? We would take a taxi together home from Araneta back to BGC. So we'd always catch up with Chica about the day or the event that we had for Bini Bini. And I specifically asked her, I was like, if you lost or if you got first runner up, would you compete again? She was like, absolutely not. Like super, super snobby. It's like, no way.
What do you mean snobby? I was so nice. Okay, fine. I was a bit snobby.
She was nice. But then anyway, come night of the coronation, we obviously were hoping that we would get crowns together so we can do the reign together.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, she didn't
Unfortunately, I
that
didn't.
year. But guess who decided to compete again
Me.
and won the whole damn thing? So good for you, Kai.
It's okay. I needed the loss. But Christy you were already joining pageants before joining Bini Bini. You were like a seasoned. They would call it a veteran.
Yeah, I would.
Would you call yourself a veteran?
Yes, I would say not necessarily by choice either. My mom. Most people that know my background, I grew up very tomboy. I was always into sports.
Okay.
I was so not girly. I still hate pink.
Oh my
No
God,
offense
we're the complete opposite. I was so girly. I loved Barbies.
All
And I
things
was like, I
pink.
love all things pink. Thus, this.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I'll sit in pink for you. But yeah, my mom was always pushing me into doing pageants since I was little. I mean, we would always watch Miss Universe and always root for the Philippines. And
Okay.
I always thought all the girls were so stunning and so beautiful and Barbie-like, but I just thought that could not be me because I was just I was just so tomboy. Like all my friends were boys. I was always playing sports and they would always make fun of me and I was always really tall and lanky and goofy. So
Wait, to give a background, you're from which state in the U.S.?
I was born in Jersey City, but
Okay.
I was living in New York until I came to the Philippines.
Girl, that's like pretty cool.
Okay,
next
we're
time,
gonna-
guys, just don't put a reflection of us here. 'Cause
Okay.
we're just gonna.
We were joking
We're
earlier.
gonna-
I was like, "There's a screen in front of us. Good luck," because when you make Zoom calls and all you do is kind of like look at the corner at yourself. That's us right now. So we're gonna try our best to make eye contact with
Yeah, actually, there.
you. Okay, we'll try. This is a challenge in itself. Okay.
Wait, so where were you? Your upbringing.
Okay, yeah. So then I always grew up really tall, and my mom pushed me into pageants since I was like 15. So I did Miss Teen Philippines USA, which was a national pageant in the States where they're getting like Filipino Americans from all over the States to compete. And I won that at 15.
Oh, okay.
And then my mom entered me without me knowing into Miss Teen Philippines New Jersey. No, sorry, Miss Philippines New Jersey. No, sorry, Miss Teen New Jersey. And I ended up getting first runner up in that without any previous real pageant experience. So that was pretty cool because I competed against like, I don't know, almost 100 other mostly white girls. So to stand out as a Filipino or a brown girl was pretty
Amazing.
it was
I
pretty
love
cool.
it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then I did Mutya, which was kind of the stepping stone to, I guess, my mom like preparing me for the ultimate, which was Bini Bini. So then I won Mutya.
Girl,
in
you're a
20
vet. You're like a. Did you even have training?
I started training for mostly during Mutya ng Pilipinas. Yeah.
Like train how? Because when we say train here, you join a camp and then you have your mamas, then you have your walking training, and then you have your Q&A training. But like, how did you train and how did you get so good?
My mom had a couple gays, of course. Every behind every strong woman, there are her gays. So she had her
So
gays
true.
that were like, yeah, they were also pushing. They saw the potential in me, and yeah, they started me with like slightly makeup training and obviously a little bit of walking and just learning how to be a little bit more of a girl, I guess. And then for Bini Bini, I joined Aces, so that was with Mama J, Mama Ru, Kiko
Yeah.
Nad. So yeah, I owe them all of my training after that.
Okay, let's talk about Bini Bini first. Do you have any funny stories? Okay,
Funny? Okay, you go. You obviously have one, so go. Spill the tea. What's your funny story?
So obviously, it's my first time joining the pageant, right? And I take this thing super seriously. Like I'm super serious. I'm like super focused.
She was very focused.
But,
I mean, we were all focused, but she was in her.
Christy
she was in her
was
zone.
not focused at all. She was like drinking.
Wow.
No, I'm
Sorry.
just kidding.
No, I mean she's not lying. She's not lying. But
So
I mean,
anyway, I took this thing really seriously, right? And then, of course, I'm there. This is my first try, and I'm there to make friends. The second try, maybe fine, you're more focused. But the first time, you're there to make friends. So I made friends with Christy.
I was like, what friends did you make
You're so mean.
aside from me? I'm joking. I'm joking.
That's so true, though. You're my only friend now.
We're still friends. I love Kai so much.
So I take this thing really seriously, right? Like, I diet and I don't go out. So they serve us these like packed lunches of like pancit or everything.
yeah, okay.
And I have one, and Christy has like 5 burgers.
I mean,
You have like, I don't know, 5 burgers, 5 sandwiches, and then she has a beer on her like left hand, and then we go home. But it's like late, right? Because we have a whole day. It's like a 9 to 5, 9 to 7 day. And she's like, "Babe, you want to go out?" I'm like, "I'm so tired. Where are you going?" Like, "I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna."
have energy.
And she's gonna go out and drink.
It's all the burgers. The carbs you load up and you have energy throughout the whole.
And the thing is, you'd be eating burgers and hot dogs on the way to.
Because you know what they give us? You know what they feed us at Bini Bini? A kamote and a boiled egg.
Honestly,
Do you think that's
I
enough
love that.
sustenance for me?
But the thing is, I love that.
I'm 5'10". Like I've got a lot of.
I'm 5'8". I'm 5'8". No, but like I'm happy with a kamote and egg and broccoli. Like that was my whole diet.
It was not enough, ladies and gentlemen. It was not even close to enough. But I mean,
was happy with it.
it was humbling. It was a humbling experience.
But honestly, the burgers and fries and the pancit and the beer won over this like girl who took it so seriously. But anyway,
You gotta live a little, you know. You gotta find the balance in life.
Fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it was your experience.
I think I was just tall, to be honest.
Tall and proud.
I was tall, but no. I mean, I'm really grateful for that entire experience, and I think sometimes when you don't take things too seriously and you learn how to have fun, I think you learn how to radiate a different type of energy and a warmth, which I think helped me in other aspects. So
Honestly, I think that's what I've been learning recently. And I think as you get older, you learn how to have fun more. And I think it reflects better on screen and it reflects more in whatever you do. Like if you just have fun and let go, But I feel like you
Totally.
also have to prepare for things before you kind of let loose with it. What do you think?
That's true. Yeah. I mean, it's like every single hosting job I have, or even before any DJ set, I always get really nervous. Like those nerves never really go away. But you still always, like you said, need to come in very prepared. Sometimes it takes me like an entire day to prepare for a set or hours to prepare before my script. It's always after the first initial like paragraph or the first few songs.
Like you
that
just have to
start
get over that first time hump.
Super. And then the
Okay.
more that you feel yourself and the more you have fun, the more natural it comes.
Yeah,
And then
that's so
the
true.
easier the job gets. So, yeah.
So true. I think it's the same with acting. Okay, going back to a pageantry, do you have any tea to spill about pageantry? This is a question that the SOLA team asked, though. Dun dun dun.
Ooh, tea. I feel like I have a lot of tea, but I'm not
I have
allowed
a
to
lot.
say it
We're not allowed to.
on cam. No. Oh no. What can I say?
Oh no.
What can we say? That
Girl,
we're
there's
allowed
so
to
many-
say. That's why it's tea, because
Are there any
it's
teas?
piping. No,
But
I
to be
wouldn't-
fair, Bini Bini is the only pageant I joined.
yeah.
For our international viewers, if you are watching or if any of you guys are watching,
Yeah.
Bini Bini is called Miss Philippines. So Christy and I joined Miss Philippines.
Yes. And then there are separate crowns within Binibining Pilipinas, and all of those crowns have recently separated from the Binibini franchise and have created their own pageants. So I just recently joined Miss Universe Philippines, and I will admit, yeah, the dynamics and it was pretty different. It felt very different competing.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your Miss Universe Philippines journey? By the way, I was super rooting for you.
Thanks, babe.
How was the whole experience and why did you decide to try again? And how's the whole experience?
Okay, well, re-entering the pageant world after like a decade of competing was it was pretty crazy. I'm proud of myself overall, but it took a lot out of me mentally, emotionally, physically taxing. It was draining, it was exhausting, but because within Binibining Pilipinas, if you won a crown, you weren't allowed to compete again, remember?
Yeah.
That was a rule. So even if you won, let's say Globe or International, for example, and you wanted to go for the Miss Universe crown, you couldn't unless you won first runner-up or below, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I always aimed or wanted the Miss Universe Philippines crown. And since I won Miss Intercontinental 2015, I wasn't allowed to try to compete again. So when the rules had changed and they lifted the age restrictions, everyone was kind of like, so are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? And I was just like thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to do it? Like I'd always told myself I would if I could, but I always thought it was never going to be possible because I was over age because back then the age restriction was 27, I believe.
27, yeah.
Yeah. So when they lifted up the age restriction, I was kind of just like, I guess this is my opportunity, and I didn't want to regret not doing it. So I did it. And I did my best, and I'm really proud of myself. And I had the most amazing team behind me. I had the best team that anyone could ever think of, like the all-star team of the industry. So I'm just grateful that everyone supported me on the ride, yourself included, and I'm so happy for our winner too. I love my girl Chelsea. So I loved my experience. I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad I was an inspiration for women, for Morena women, and for women who think that they might not be old enough or their time was too late to try to do or achieve a dream that they wanted to. So
No, that's amazing. I'm so happy that especially this age thing was kind of lifted off. I'm curious though, how is it joining this during this year? Like how is it different from joining our year? And by the way, you did a really good job.
thanks,
And you were supported by the best people.
I know we had the best team.
To me, you're still my Miss Universe.
I love you.
I love you too.
And thank you, Mark and Earl and Zid and Jan and Jim
Yeah,
and like everyone, my entire
amazing.
team, Pia, like all you guys are like, I couldn't have done any of it all, like none of it if it weren't for them. Kim Roy was there for me a lot. So yeah, I had the most amazing team. So Renz, all of you guys, I thank them all. It was completely different, babe, because I think the number one,
I think it would be like so much difficult.
it's insane. Like the competition level is just so
What, like more intense?
so much more intense. I think the biggest aspect or the biggest difference between then and now is the effects and the the value or the importance of social media within the competition. We didn't have that before.
We did, but like it was just
Content.
like a plus. Like it was never like taken into consideration. Like it was never a your engagement didn't count, your likes didn't count. It was just a thing where you posted and
Yeah, the quality of your content wasn't really a thing because like
yeah.
people weren't like hiring teams like we do now. Like thank God we know people in the industry. Like thank God I had the support that I do and was working with
Like
some
a
of the best.
fashion background.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
or even just like knowing a lot of the best photographers and working with.
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
By the way, thank you, Doc, and everyone else also who's helped me along the way in that sense. But like if you didn't have the resources, your shot was limited. I mean, your chances were slimmed. But that's still not to say that you can or can't win. I'm just saying that the game is a lot different. It feels a lot more competitive in that aspect.
So would you say a lot of things in this pageant happen online?
I think I want to say at least more than 50% of it was online, babe.
Yeah.
Parang no. You
Yeah.
have your first you have your first your
I would-
headshot, your other social media voting on Instagram, which is like your headshots, headshot release, evening gown
Oof.
release, and then swimsuit release, all photos on social media. And then half of the branding competitions or like events or activities are posting engagements as well. So a lot of it has to do with social media or it revolves around social media now for sure. It's our climate. It's just the way it is.
I feel like you're like campaigning.
Yes.
Yeah?
Totally.
You're like campaigning to win Miss
It
Universe.
is, but
instead of,
it's
like,
tricky.
competing.
It's tricky now because, as you know, like we've been in the industry, so like I've been modeling we've been modeling for years. So knowing that now you're competing and you're not, I guess this is some type of tea, but you're not getting paid to have your face on all of these brand and sponsor deals unless you win. So they're they get to use all these faces. Let's say.
Okay, for someone like around how much would you think someone needs to invest in to join a pageant? Like like I'm very curious.
That's a tricky question. And it was specifically hard for me because at that time I wasn't allowed to work. Like I couldn't take any other
Jobs.
I wasn't allowed to take any other jobs. I wasn't allowed to DJ. I wasn't allowed to work with other brands. So my income was like cut. So I just needed to work off my savings. And luckily I had some support from the gig. But it's still like you use a lot of money, babe. So prepare yourself, or hopefully you have a strong team if you're interested in joining. Try to get as many resources and supporters and that you can. And pray. Pray for your bank account.
Honestly, I remember during my time, I had no money at all. And I wanted people to help me. And nahiya ako to ask for help
Sponsors,
without paying them anything.
Me too. I was so shy.
Right? Like I think you will work maybe the first time, the second time, and then the third time you ask for help. I'm like, I feel like I want to give something. So I was like really broke joining Mini Mini. And then
Same.
really broke joining Mini Mini again. But
worth
no.
it. I mean,
sometimes it just paid off. Like I remember I would take a cab and everything was from my savings account and all the money I saved up from modeling and from whatever job I had, I used it all on pageantry.
yeah, those especially recently, those 4 months were probably the most expensive in a long time because, like I said, I wasn't allowed to work simultaneously. So
Okay.
I was only spending. I didn't have anything coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was pretty difficult. But yeah, thank you to Gig and to all the people who supported me, the sponsors and stuff. But yeah, whoever's preparing or interested in joining, just prepare yourself and your wallet.
Monetary, physically, financially. Oh my God. Good luck, girls. Okay, so aging was mentioned earlier. Do you think this affects women's self-esteem and self-worth? So guys, let us talk about age.
I mean, obviously, I think society always puts women in this box. There's so many societal pressures of
Looking
looking
young, looking
young, being
youthful,
fresh,
how to
being the
attract a
coolest, newest.
man, and
Yeah,
like all
yeah.
these things.
Screw that. Like I said earlier, I feel and look 10 times better than I did 10 years ago. And I feel better. I'm way more self-aware. I'm way more self-confident. And women don't have a freaking shelf life. We don't have an expiration date. So
I love that.
yeah, like how dare anyone try to dictate when not we're allowed to do or be something or someone. Like, no, ma'am.
No, exactly. I feel like there are so many pressures for a woman to stay young, to stay beautiful and fit. To be fair, I am so not against anything or having, I don't know, anything
Me
done.
neither, babe. Botox. all that,
Right,
you're okay.
everything. And I do agree. I think we look so much better than who we were 10 years ago.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All-
Don't pull up any before and afters. You guys do not like flash anything on that screen, okay? Let them do the work themselves.
Talk to our editor who finds like the weirdest things online.
Sola editors, I will find you.
No, not even
Okay,
Sola
I
editors.
will find you and I will kill you if you
Oh.
pull up something bad.
Also, TikTok loves to compare me to before and after videos. TikTok, Instagram, you have caught up. Stop it.
Let the haters hate,
People
babe.
are gonna take down your post, but girl, they compare me from like 10 years ago, from the stage photo that I was crying at Miss International.
Oh, yeah.
Like my makeup was
The
cried
also,
on.
the crown is really funny. Your crown is funny.
I love my
I
crown.
think it's funny. It's funny looking.
You're so mean. I love my
you got a
crown.
babe.
To be fair, I look like an egg, but I loved my crown. That was my favorite
I loved
crown.
you. I was so proud of you, babe.
No, that's so funny. They joining the pageant, they were showing me the crowns, and I was like, "What crown do you like?" I'm like, "I don't like that crown. It doesn't look nice." I was like, "International crown."
You got the one you wanted. You got the one you deserved.
You're so mean. I
Deserved.
love the crown though.
It's like a funny, like old looking crown.
You're so mean. It changed already.
Look it on you. As an egg joke.
But anyway, they were comparing me to this 10-year-old photo that was on stage, lived off makeup. I cried. There was like an 8-hour pageant. To this super face apt photo of me on the red carpet, like freshly done hair all. That photo probably had like, I don't know, Kiss 2 hair. I don't know. The filters of all filters, and they're like, "Oh, she looks so much better." Of course, she looks so much better now. And this like Photoshop.
It's 2025, ladies and gentlemen. We all look better. Okay.
And we're supposed to. It's all about evolving, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just to wrap up this pageant thing, looking back, is there anything you wish you had done differently in your pageant journey?
You know, there was, I think mid pageant, I felt I was lacking momentum, and
Why do you think so?
I don't know why. I felt like
Why do you think so? Like,
I guess if you'd like to mention, like age did play a little bit of a factor in me feeling like there were people talking. I had such high expectations. Everyone knew that I was a seasoned veteran coming in, so I think they were expecting me to be like.
was it like the pressure?
I think it was the pressure. I think people were expecting me to be
I hate pressure.
1 million every day, which I was supposed to be, but there were some days that I will admit that I wasn't. Like, my teams all of them almost are all highly professional in the industry and are booked and busy. So there were maybe a couple days that I didn't have glam, let's say, for example, like not like 100% full glam. And there were times where my team were like, you know, you're slacking off, and that started to get in my head, and I was just I had a couple moments of self-doubt, and I wish I didn't. I just that. But aside from that, I'm really proud of every other part of my journey. I just went against something that I always believed in. Like, I always knew that I promote, like, you know, believing in yourself and feeling confident, but we're all human, so it's okay to have moments of, you know, where you're down, and I did experience that. But I just wish I was stronger in those moments. But yeah.
Let's talk about pressure. Would you feel like you were pressured to do things, or I don't know, what would you have done differently? Because I feel like, let's say, pageants are also a relationship game. I personally hate people, so I don't like so many people around me. Like, I try to keep it as small as a team as possible, because I feel pressured to make them happy, to, I don't know, to answer back, to make them feel good. And sometimes I put myself last and put how my team feels first, something like that, and it's not a good feeling.
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it shows empathy, and I think it shows kindness if you learn how to put others before yourself. But not, you shouldn't do that always, obviously. You
Yeah.
should always learn to be your own priority. But knowing that you have a supportive team behind you and you couldn't do anything without them, you should prioritize their feelings and their needs and their wants as well. So, yeah, I also chose to compete independently for MUP because I also didn't want to, I wanted to avoid a camp and
Okay.
that whole situation. But I'm happy with the team that I went in with because they were also my best friends. So I value their opinions and yeah, I wouldn't have done it any other way. So
Okay. Okay. How did you get into DJing? That's such a, I don't know, it's such a not the stereotypical beauty queen turned artista. Artista is actress, guys. How did you get into becoming a DJ?
okay, well, I was living in New York for like 8 years.
That's
And
such a New York thing to do.
yeah, I mean, I've been going to clubs since before I was allowed to.
Oh,
I was borrowing my sister's ID, so I was going with a fake ID since
Christy, you partied earlier than like I even knew what party was.
a professional partier. Let's just
Cheers,
say.
guys. Woo,
Professional and
This is a fun
responsible.
topic. I'm so excited. Let's go.
So I've been going to like visiting Webster Hall and going to all these clubs in
What
New York
are-
City since
yeah.
since I in my late teens into all my early 20s, some of the most fun years of my life, and half of my friends were DJs. So
Okay.
I was surrounded by that scene. I was always very enthralled with that entire industry and that scene. I always felt like a part of it. I've always felt like I've found or lost myself on the dance floor and just felt the best type of release and healing. And
I love it.
yeah, it's just kind
I
of
love that.
It's kind of like it's
I love
it's
that.
my safe space. It's a lot of people's safe space, and it's a really important space I think in the world that people should appreciate and experience and make sure that you enjoy once in a while to let your life live a little bit. But yeah, and then coming to the Philippines, my ex at the time was a DJ. And then he was DJing with someone, but I was still learning and practicing at home with them. And then I think one time he had to like use a restroom or something and asked if I could take over the decks. And I like took over, and then people started to notice that I could play. And then I started to get booked.
amazing.
Then we started to get booked as a duo, and then I started to get booked separately. And now we've obviously separated. So now I've been solo I've played a lot of gigs solo myself, but now I'm completely solo. And I'm really enjoying the learning process and becoming my own artist, and it's kind of awesome. I'm digging it. I love it so much.
This is kind of stupid question, but like, I know you play house and techno, but is there like a specific genre?
House,
Okay,
Yeah.
then I got it right.
but like I like electronic. I like
Okay.
It's like a little bit of Afro Latin house, progressive techno. It's music nowadays is just there's so many subgenres. It's so hard to box into one. But my sets I usually cross genres. So, but predominantly house. Yeah, you can say.
Okay. This is on beauty standards and self-worth, the impact of social media on self-esteem. We already kind of talked about this earlier. Let's say you think you were pressured because everything happens online with pageantry. So how do you think the impact of social media on self-esteem is?
Wow, I think especially for young girls today, like I would never have wanted to grow up with this type of social media
Me
influence
too, I
in my
would get
life
so
as a teenager.
pressured.
Yeah, like I'm pretty grateful that we didn't have this back then. But I feel kind of not bad, but I feel for the young girls that do, and I really hope that they don't let it dictate their lives or their self-worth. I can imagine how hard it would be not to, So as easy as to say, I really hope that the girls, any young girls that are watching or that are on social media, which is probably every single girl on the planet at this rate,
That's
right?
so true.
Doesn't let it dictate who you are or, dictate what your self-worth is. Yeah.
What about how do you deal with body image and the pressure of the industry?
I've modeled for so many years, so there are, I guess, certain standards and norms to what model size is, but that's also changed over the years, which is great. Everything's been
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
been more diverse, even
more
in the US
inclusive.
and like Hollywood. You see like all different types of people. Though I kind of want to change. Like I don't really see enough Southeast Asian representation.
I agree with that.
Right?
Yeah.
Like there are, but I don't know. Like not
I feel
enough.
like
Not
it's-
enough for me.
That's true. Yeah, I kind of feel that.
Or even like brown girls.
That's why, or like
What do you think?
brown Asians,
Brown Asians.
like me. I'm just kidding. Because you
You're
you
like
always
a
have
special
like
type of breed.
there's a lot of I feel like there's a lot of like high end fashion Chinese, Japanese models.
No, that's so true.
Yeah, but
Brown girls.
not like
I think brown girls are
Thai.
usually
We haven't
Indian.
seen any like
Thai.
Filipino, Thai, Vietnamese.
We have Lisa,
Indo. Oh yeah,
she's
yeah.
Lisa.
Yeah,
the K-pop
yeah,
girlies.
yeah. But I mean, not like on the runways. I'm talking about. Like, You know what I
Oh.
mean? Like I don't know, no. Like the brown
I
like
think
the
they're
brown
starting.
Asian. We're talking like Thai, Indo,
Philippines.
Vietnam, Philippines.
They call us the Philos, by the way.
Yeah, Philos. Why? Why Philos?
I don't know.
Why Philos?
I don't know. Filipinos.
Just Philos. Oh, okay.
Filipinos.
Just short for Philos. Like, is there a short? Is that short for something?
Okay, we went from the hustle culture to romanticizing slow living, girl boss to soft girl. Do you think that the shift is truly empowering, or is it just another standard placed on women? And are beauty standards really changing, or are they just being marketed differently?
I mean, I don't know if there's standards per se, but I think, first of all, girl boss culture, I don't think that should ever stop. I don't think there's anything wrong with inspiring other women to hustle and become girl bosses. Like,
I hate putting women in like categories.
yeah, it's
Just
like,
be whatever you want to.
like if you want to, like, what's wrong with like wanting to inspire anyone to hustle? I don't think that's like, whatever. If you're a girl boss or if you want to do slow living, that's fine. I try to girl boss so I can slow live. Does that make sense? Like, I can't. I mean, I
mean, honestly, you could be both. You can
Yeah.
be a girl boss, and that means just working really hard, but also slow live. Let's say you're on vacation, or you're at home and you need to take care of your family, your boyfriend, your friends. You're like slow living,
Yeah.
right? Like you can do both. You're a bit more masculine at work, and you're more feminine at home. I feel like it's just a balance.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I mean, I saw this reel with Bjork talking about the other day, like,
With Bjork,
yeah. Bjork was like saying it was around it's Women's Month, but like around Women's Day, where she was explaining like, oh, men are allowed to be this, that, the third, but why is it that women are just so confined to having to be X, or if they are, they're still, labeled as a girl, whatever. Like if a male's a male CEO, who cares? And if a male's a slow living farmer, who cares? But for girls to get boxed into wanting to be one or the other, why does it matter? Doesn't. Just do whatever you want. I know I saw this other thing that's like, I want girls to be whatever the fuck I want women to be whatever the fuck they want to be. Like, just do you, boo boo. Make yourself happy.
exactly. We're gonna call it that. Do you, boo boo? Girls, never put yourself in one thing, and you don't have to be one thing. You can be anything you want to be all at the same time, and you can be 5 things at once, 3, 4, whatever you want.
Agreed.
Right? Okay.
Do it all.
I'm just a girl, and girl math memes, are they empowering or are they reinforcing?
Well, I'll admit I'm crap at math, so I don't. I mean, I think
I
it's,
hate
you know
math.
what, people need to just. I think it's a way for people just to learn not to take themselves too seriously, and that's also, I think, one of the beauties in life. Like, everyone just relax, all right? And if you want to make fun of yourself with, I'm just a girl or a girl maths, then again, do you, boo boo? Like, I'm not judging you.
I saw this quote and like something like, how do you they asked a girl like, how do you stay confident? And then someone's answer was, I think you're taking yourself too seriously.
Ooh, I like that.
That's true, guys. Like, I don't know. Like, for me, I think you just have to do what you're good at and do it well and focus on that.
And if it's
And-
not math, that's okay.
I'm so bad at math, though.
I'm also pretty bad.
bad at math.
I'm not that great.
I girl math it. Yes,
I took
it's
AP algebra, but it was my least favorite class.
I failed accounting, but to be fair, it's the only subject I failed.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Well, you can hire an accountant.
Yeah, we can just hire.
At least, thank you, accountants of the world.
Yes. You're a beauty queen, athlete, DJ, host, and athlete. How do you balance all these identities without feeling?
Even going into Miss Universe Philippines, that's something that like I wanted to inspire girls to do, is to be whatever they wanted. And
Because honestly, to me, you break like a stereotype of like a typical B. And I think in some way, I don't know, me too, hopefully.
yeah,
Yeah. You think so? And so like you're kind of different from the Suko pageant B girl. So like what is your advice to girls who are joining pageants?
I think it's important to know who you are. I mean, life is always about self-discovery. So learning who you are, but still embracing, like, what your interests are, what your passions are, and don't let that dictate your box you into a certain category ever. Like, I think you're allowed to excel in as many career paths and industries as you want. Like, I have multiple passions. I'm not going to box myself into just one. I don't want to. I mean, it depends on how much energy you have, I guess, or how much passion you have for whichever passion it is. But yeah, I love my career paths and each trajectory, and
Honestly, I think being a DJ is so cool.
it's awesome. It's one of the best jobs ever.
I love it.
When I was little, I would always tell people, like,
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Would you ever date you did
what?
real DJs?
I was like, obviously, I did.
Okay, just for context, guys.
I would. Why not?
Christy's ex partner.
Don't boost his ego. No, just kidding.
I'm not boosting his ego. If anything, yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. But was a DJ. They were together and playing together, working together.
Yeah.
Well, my question is, do you think, would you ever date a DJ again? Or like,
Yes, but maybe
Why?
not a male model.
although I would never date them.
Yeah. So maybe a DJ, but yeah, never not a male.
Don't you think it's like scary? Because let's say when I choose a partner, I would also limit his lifestyle, and his lifestyle is like partying and like I don't know. It's not just the most secure.
Yeah, I understand that. But there are DJs who have families and mature. I mean, I guess it is being a DJ, party lifestyle is kind of, they do go hand in hand, but it's very possible to find a balance and be able to live a free, responsible, wholesome, humble life outside the club. Where,
There are some though. I've heard of some.
yeah, some. You know anyone? Joking.
I think they're retired by now. That's why they're living slow living. That's why they're slow living, because they're retired guys. Okay, transitioning from KDK to worship. Building a personal brand at us. What do you think about that? And give your tips for young women who want to succeed.
Maybe I should be asking you this because you're the one who's built a little empire of your own, Miss SOLÁ. I'm so proud of you, by the way. I'm such a fan of the brand, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I wear it all the time.
Thank you so much. She was very supportive since the beginning.
Oh, bad. She's girl bossing, you know?
I'm real bossing and slow living at the same time.
SOLÁ.
What else? What else do you call these girls now? Soft girl?
Soft girl.
Okay. I'm a soft girl, and what are you?
No, we're both girl bosses. Talking about.
Okay.
You're not really a soft.
Okay,
soft
what is
girl.
the question?
Oh, yeah, building your brand, babe.
Oh, no, I'm so
How
happy.
building your brand.
Ooh, what about?
Like, what do you think makes your brand identity? Like, how do you own your brand identity? Because it's true. When I think of SOLÁ, I think of Kylie. So she's done and marketed it very well. I'm sure thanks to the marketing team.
No, it's amazing. It has like the best team, and I know they're all here around. So honestly, it won't be possible without a team. Like I wouldn't be able to do this by myself.
Yeah, for sure.
And over the years, the team and I have worked consistently, and now we have the good sync of what we all want together as a brand. So my partners and I talk. We talk every day basically on how we want to go, the strategy. So yeah, I'm so happy where the brand is going. It's been doing really well, and
Yeah, you're killing it, Dave. I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud of you.
thank you. I'm so happy. I wouldn't. Yeah.
And I want more colors. And I already told you my suggestion for what I wanted. I want a thong back. Thong back.
By the way, guys, when I suggested the thong, it's Christy asking for the thong. But guys, because since we're here in the Philippines, I don't know. Like, of course, we want to cater to the Filipino market.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, there's some girl. What about when you're wearing tight jeans? No one wants a BPL. That's what I'm saying.
I have the same. I have the same.
That's it.
But like, yeah, I'm also for the thong.
Just think of.
Is it even comfy though?
Did you want me to try it? Could be your guinea pig.
Christy has been asking for the thong.
Thong bodysuit.
No, I'm not against it because I also wear a lot of tight things.
Yeah. What about like tight dresses, tight jeans? It's so you know.
That is nice. What?
Hot girl summer.
Hot girls.
Another one.
Where are you going? Like, where are you traveling?
Ooh, what's next? Vietnam's coming up. I wanted to go to Japan for this festival called RDC, but I'm not positive about that. I don't know. I'm seeing where the wind takes me. This is my year
You're
of
such
travel.
a. What sign are you?
Pisces.
Oh, I'm a Pisces too, but like the second. By the way, guys, I'm not big in astrology.
I go with the flow.
Oh, that's what Pisces are.
Yes.
Okay, my whatever sign I think Pisces. Okay, let's talk about sisterhood. Pageants are competition, but there's also the idea of sisterhood and brotherhood. Help me with this behind the scenes.
I mean, look at us. Right?
I mean, I made one friend, guys. Out of what 50, I made one. I mean, that's amazing.
Congratulations. A feat for Kylie. No,
Guys, that's amazing.
I've made some pretty.
You made some, not only me.
Yeah, sorry, you're not the only one.
Oh my god. Thanks, guys.
No, you're
This has been a SOLÁverse Pod.
No, I mean I've made some really amazing girlfriends. Come on, like obviously, like yeah, I have. You're not the only one. I'm sorry.
It was so sad. Fine, you're not my only friend.
Ouch. No. No, I think there's a sisterhood behind it. I mean, obviously it is competition.
I mean, of course, there he is.
Like just recently over Miss Universe Philippines, I got really close to Miss Australia, and I just went to go visit her in Sydney. I was in Australia, and I was in Melbourne with friends, but I decided to go to Sydney because it was my first time in Australia, and I wanted to see both of the major cities. And I popped into Sydney to see my girl. Like I mean, I made a
Amazing.
sister out of her. Like I have you, I have Pia. I mean, I got really close to a lot of girls in my batch this year. Like I love Stacy, and I love Chelsea as well. Alexi. Like there's a lot of girls that I feel I created bonds with, you know, and that was
Amazing.
outside of the competition. And Tisa's a complete go, Tisa. I'm rooting for you, by the way. She's competing again this year.
Amazing. I think
Yeah.
I hosted Miss Cosmo when it's just
Oh yeah, yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did Miss Cosmo.
What about you? What do you feel? Strictly competition. I mean,
Well,
I grew up with a sports background, so I played basketball and volleyball for years. So I have a
you're very athletic. I
Passionate
realized
as
that.
well.
I'm trying. Did you know that I had 2 sports this year?
What sports are you playing? Badminton.
That's
That's a serious sport. Are you into badminton?
I'm offended.
Oh, you see,
Tennis,
you're gonna get
tennis,
canceled by
tennis,
badminters.
tennis.
Okay, tennis. That's great. I want to get better at tennis.
And,
She was like
and you will guess the next one.
fencing.
No.
What?
Skiing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you look good in ski wear.
Okay.
I can see that for you, my guy. Yeah, that works. You look. Her
Not bad.
her
Not
pics
bad.
were giving. I saw the pics.
Thank you,
They're
thank
cute.
you, thank you. They're so hard. Ski clothes are so hard to get and so expensive.
Are they? Yeah, they look. You look. It's an expensive sport.
No, but you're great.
Yeah, I mean, I played. My father right now. He's a basketball coach, and he played ball for the Philippines. And yeah, he's been playing basketball his whole life, so he kind of like passed that on to me. I played ball for like 8 years. Sport's always been a part of my.
Actually, sports
Life.
and gym. Like you, I think about your base before. You're big on fitness.
Yeah, I like keeping my body.
Okay. What are the new health and wellness things that you've been doing now? Or like, take me through your, I don't know, health and wellness routine.
Well, I'm a little guilty of that because my
Cheeseburgers, guys.
yeah, my cardio recently has just been like on the dance floor. Hedberg kind of thing. That's where I got my recent
The
cardio.
best one. Oh my god, I am jealous.
But aside from that, I like to go to the gym. I love to play sports, but since I'm not, part of any team or anything at the moment, the only other way to kind of stay physically fit is the gym, and I think it helps with your mental as well. You know, it keeps you stimulated, keeps you productive, gives you natural boost of endorphins and energy. So it's just good for body, mind, soul balance, and
I got into saunas and ice baths.
Oh yeah, ice baths.
Yay!
Maybe to the shed. Oh, you go to Carrie's, eh?
Yeah,
But Carrie's doesn't have a cold plunge.
it doesn't have a cold plunge for women. So
Makati Shang does. I wanted to keep that. Okay. Don't post this because I don't want people to take over the ice plunge.
Makati Shang
Makati
has-
Shang, yeah, Makati Shang has. It has dry sauna, wet sauna, and wet sauna, and
for girls.
yeah, and the girls water. Only for the solar birds.
Well, you read this over as the code is Christi.
Cost
No,
price.
but-
Use my cost price, guys. Give me points.
That's that. No, but
Okay.
because you love the cold plunge so much, we bought it all.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have one.
Yeah, we have one.
I'm coming over.
So you can come over
Yeah.
and like do a
better.
cold plunge and like a sauna. So you get away the sauna for my sauna. Great, I know. Okay. How do you handle hate online?
I don't.
You don't.
Yeah, I don't get told about you.
I'm just kidding. I do reply sometimes.
What do you do? If someone's trolling you, what do you say?
So
You say something.
it depends how my mood is. Like usually it's like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. I have nothing to do or I can't sleep. And like,
You're gonna say something back.
yeah.
Depends. It depends on how. Yeah, I guess it depends on how insulting it is. But like, I guess my most recent clapback, it wasn't for me. It was I was actually trying to defend Chelsea because people were trying to tear Chelsea down after winning Miss Universe Philippines, which annoyed me because it was against what I think the entire competition is supposed to be about, which is about uplifting women, empowering women. And as opposed to that, the pageant fans started tearing each other apart, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way because it's against what I think the entire industry is supposed to be about.
To be honest, I feel like pageantry is a bit toxic.
It can be.
Yes, it's very toxic. Like, I don't know. That's why a few years after pageantry, I tried staying away from it because I feel like, I don't know. It's just too much pressure from the fans.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I just stayed away from it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's always gonna be in my blood and my DNA, and I'm always gonna be proud to be Miss Philippines. But the guys, like you guys, need to be a lot kinder to the girls.
Agreed.
To me,
Agreed. The fans, I love my fans, and I love the pageant fans. You have the best pageant fans in the world.
no, the best. Honestly, the best. You won't be anything.
Totally.
But
You
these
need to
three
chill
times.
out. Yeah, chill out with one another. Like, support your girl, but don't bash the next. Like, that, I mean, if the win has already been done, support the Philippines. It's always been Team Philippines. So, yeah, I just think moving forward, I've also learned that coming out of this competition that I turned a little bit of I've done my best my entire career to defend pageantry, and I'll still try my best to, and hopefully that it goes in the right direction. But if it continues in, this kind of like cycle of toxicity and tearing people down or fans going against each other as opposed to uplifting, that I still have to, speak out against it.
No, that's so true. You've reinvented yourself so many times. What advice do you have for women afraid of change?
Change is inevitable. Change is a part and the cycle of life. Like there's no stopping change. Time is fleeting and change will happen no matter what. So you need to go with the flow, roll with the punches, and like you mentioned, it's about evolution. Like there's no problem with reinventing yourself, constantly learning or rediscovering yourself to the parts of you, or adding layers to yourself or peeling back layers to yourself to add new ones. You just need to find your bliss pretty much, and keep following your passions, do what makes you happy without hurting anyone, and just leading with intention. Life will go your way. Life's pretty simple.
Yeah, I've learned a few things, let's say, especially now that I'm older. Let's say when I'm older, like now, I've learned wise words. I have learned to unlearn things. Like there's so many things that I thought this was my perception of things, but right now I'm trying to unlearn that slowly and then build it up again. I don't know if you
For example, something that you
I don't know. Let's say your things how you see love. Let's say how love is supposed to be. Something like that.
True. Same.
Or I don't know.
Yeah. Keep learning. Keep growing.
Keep learning. And I think one thing is so important, and we're gonna go to that topic, is who you choose to be your partner.
Oh yeah.
Like it has a big influence.
You're happy, aren't you?
I'm so happy.
So happy.
I'm so happy.
You're like relax. I love love.
Thank you. I love love too. I'm so happy where I am. Okay, talking about love relationships and a heartbreak. How is it navigating dating in the public eye? Are you you're not public.
Not really public.
You were though.
I mean, we were. I
You
was.
were.
That's why most people didn't even know that I was out of a relationship. Even a year after we broke it up, some people still assumed that we were still together. But I didn't want to make my personal life a public thing. And as much as the way things ended or whatever, I didn't want to, I don't know, I just respect people, even if I've been disrespected. I just didn't need that for anyone, including myself, any kind of like addition, attention, or any of that jazz. But yeah, I think you, for example, you keep it pretty private.
Yeah, I'm pretty private.
I mean, everyone's aware that you're happy, but as far as like,
And I just don't see the need to, I don't know, show online or like my friends and my family know. And I think that's enough.
yeah,
Like there's no need to show, even though I'm tempted sometimes because like I'm so happy or like it's such a cute photo or
yeah.
I just want to show the moment or
Why not then? What's stopping you?
I don't know. I kind of like it more private. There's less pressure.
Yeah, true.
It
Less
draw more
less fears and less otherwise.
less years, less
Less
comments, and
comments.
like, and especially in the industry you were in. I guess let's say it doesn't give. If I don't know, if you show your relationship, it draws more attention to that rather than the work you've been doing. That's like the business you've been forming, or actually the work. They focus on your love life, which is like,
Yeah, that's your love.
yeah, that's mine. That's ours.
Yeah, cute.
What about toxic relationships and lessons learned? Is there something you've learned in the past relationships?
Yeah, and it's funny because I think it's something that you had learned this, or it might be something that you also told me in the past. My stepmom told me, because she's now dating my father, by the way, and I asked her relationship advice because, I think she got out of a divorce, and yeah, it's just redating again as an older woman. It must be pretty tricky to navigate. I was also
For sure.
entering the dating realm as well after like being in a relationship for 10 years.
Tell me more about that later.
Yeah, 9 years, so 9.5 years. So yeah, I was engaged for 3 years. So like re-entering, being single again is kind of just like, I don't even know how to navigate this. Like how to be single? What does this mean? What advice should I take going into my next potential relationship? And I also had to learn this the hard way by myself, is that at least when you're young and still ambitious and you don't have any obligations as far as like, say, children, you should put yourself and your career first.
Oh, amazing. I love this.
Because God forbid something does happen and you exit the relationship, what do you have for yourself? So you still need to make sure that you have or are able to, to live independently and love yourself independently before you decide to enter a potential relationship. And it's a really important lesson for women to learn, because I know it's so easy to just submit yourself fully to love, and it's so tempting, it's so beautiful, and that's okay. But you know what? If you have a partner, and if it's the right partner, they'll support you and uplift you in all your career goals and ambitions and endeavors, no matter what. And if it's not that, then it's something that you need to renounce it.
I 100% agree. I think as girls, it's so easy for us to submit or to, I don't know, give everything and forget everything. And yeah, I'll be with you and you can just support me. And well, what happens if that doesn't work out?
Exactly.
Right? And this
Look
was
out for yourself.
exactly. And this was one advice, like one of my mentors gave me too. all you have is your name and your career, and that's what you take care of. And to be honest, I don't want to live off a guy. And let's say, no matter how rich the guy is, I don't ever want to be dependent on him. Like, I want to be able to leave when I can, and like step away if I'm like disrespected.
Yeah, super.
Right?
Some people look at that as a deciding factor of whether they're getting into a relationship or not, like finances, or that's never been on the list. I know maybe
But to be honest, it's also very credit.
it is. It is. I'm not saying it's not, and I'm not saying for women not to look at that as like a deciding factor. I think. I mean, as far as the bank account goes, it's not. And if they have ambition, I'm okay with that. You know, as long as they're ambitious or they're passionate about something and they have drive. But your bank account, you don't need to have $1 million on book. Like, I make my own money.
Yeah.
That's what I take pride in as well. I take care of myself. I make my own money, and I can leave with my money if I wanted to. But like going into a relationship, I don't need someone who has $1 million. It'd be nice if you're out there. But that's not priority. It's not my priority. Like, I take care of myself, and I've always wanted to make sure that I can do that on my own. You know, so
What is my opinion? I mean, I like being taken care of. It's just if you're a girl and you want to depend on a man, I don't think that's the best idea. Because I see it online, like, find your sugar and something.
yeah.
Like,
It's a good thing.
that's not like good.
So that's good. People, some girls like just look for that.
Because it may be fun, like, for the first, but like you're gonna get in deep shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for, you need to find, I think you should find a partner that you create a team with, like, you share similar interests, that like you laugh, you find
Find someone that
chemistry,
you roll together. You
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
I know you learn together. You build a life
Yeah,
together.
find together. You know.
Because these things are just like a one-way thing, and like, are you okay with being a number two?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It ain't for me, but I mean, you know, if you're a sugar baby, get yours, babe. Boo boo. But that ain't. It's just not what that's not what I encourage, or that's not what I would want to encourage.
That's not what I
Everybody
would encourage too. I feel like you deserve something better
Yeah.
than like that.
And like mentioned, you should be able to
Support yourself. That's
yourself.
no matter how small you're getting off a salary or how big, just anything. Just like do something.
Super.
Yeah, it's like keeping your boosted.
Yeah.
This is from
I mean, like, cause think about, like, for example, my mom was a single mom growing up. Like, she had to hustle to take care of her children solo. Like, and if she didn't, like, you know, if you don't focus on something, then you're gonna get stuck back in the dust. And like, you know, you need to put yourself first. You should love yourself, find your passions, grow them, and you know, and any man that comes in should want to support your or partner, male or woman that comes in, or partner in your life. We should support you in that.
No, that's so true. What are some of your red flags and green flags in dating? Okay, give me 3.
I don't know. I feel like I'm attracted to red flags. Why? No, I'm just kidding.
You were like red flags?
Red flags.
Ugh, I don't know.
Male models.
How about guys? You red
Male models are red
flags
flags.
are super.
For sure. Backpackers, also red flags.
So true. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Shergal. I'm gonna get canceled. Guys, I love Shergal. We even bought land there.
Oh my
So
God, I love Surigao.
for Christie's. No backpack.
Oh my God. These are rules from Mark and Earl. Like, no more artists, no more musicians, no more models, no more backpackers. I was like, crap, that's all I'm attracted to. What am I gonna do?
No DJs.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So green flags.
Oh god, actually I also love like backpackers and
Yeah, no bartenders either.
girl, what are you doing?
I'm joking. Okay, so green flags. Green flags are tall. No joking.
No, that's so true though.
Green flags are men who know how to listen, I think. And men that make
Tall.
and tall. Make you laugh. I think someone funny is a green flag. Someone in type.
Okay. Tall, funny.
Ambitious and passionate. I think that's a great.
Okay, what about physical?
Tall, fit, athletic, preferably.
Athletic.
I think someone that shares interest and that, like I mentioned, I think a guy that can listen is good. That doesn't always talk about themselves.
No, that's
Red flag, talking about yourself.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's red flag. I went on a date recently. I went to he literally couldn't stop talking about himself. A friend of mine was trying to hook me up with, someone who was pretty, on paper, was like, wow, pretty impressive, similar interests, successful, tall. And I was like, okay, let's, potentially, what's wrong with meeting someone? But
Yeah.
oh my God, please don't watch this. The guy. You might know.
We're gonna tag his Instagram.
He literally said it himself. He's like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I can't stop talking about myself. And I was just like,
Here, I'll go on there.
I was like, that's your choice. That's- so yeah, for the men out there, that's a little bit of a red flag. So can be confident, but if you don't come to the date like you're interviewing for a job resume. I mean, you're interviewing for a job as in my boyfriend. It's not cute.
No, that's so true though. Sometimes, yeah, there are guys like that. You don't have to speak; they just speak. No.
Yada yada.
Yada.
I think natural chemistry is what's important. I think.
Also, when you're like not interested, yeah, they need to at least ask questions, guys.
Yeah.
At least I don't know, seem interested.
You know what else is hot? No social media.
I love that.
Yeah. Just such a big
I
counterbalance
love
for
that.
like us. And I think keeping the world separate and being a little
That's actually
mysterious.
so hot.
Right? It's hot. Green flag.
Green flag.
What about you? What are you ready?
Oh. Red flag.
Yeah.
Someone cocky
Yeah.
or like arrogant.
I'm okay with a little bit, but like there's a difference between confidence and arrogant and cocky.
I kind of like something. I kind of like it when I discover something.
Mhm.
Like, oh, you did this, instead of like, yeah, I did this.
Mhm.
You're like, I kind of like. It's like digging for gold.
True.
What else? Red flag. Everything you said basically is like a red flag.
Why are they red flags? Where are the good ones?
What else?
They're around.
I don't like anyone clingy. Who like will ask like, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, jealous is I'm okay with being a little bit jealous, but if you're over jealous and when it comes to
Jealous
possessive,
is sometimes cute.
but in small amounts, there's
At small amounts.
there's a difference between like being over jealous, I think, again, being possessive.
No, that's so true. Green flags. Loyal,
Yeah,
trustworthy, supportive.
yeah, supportive is a great one.
Right?
All those are like mandatory qualities. I think they must be that. Hopefully, but it's hard to find men out there that are home. So
No, I'm so happy I'm not dating. Oh, no. It's hard. Okay, have you ever tried dating apps? Like it's like
so
modern
funny.
dating world.
good. So funny that you asked that because I was in Germany and I was like, oh my god, it's my birthday weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But like, that wasn't my priority. But someone was like,
You should try.
but I was trying to download Hinge, but we don't have Hinge.
What is it?
I think it's an app like abroad. But we
Is
don't
it
have
like
it.
Tinder?
I've
heard about it.
Yeah, but I would never get on Tinder. Tinder just feels a little
Tinder
bit
feels dirty.
for me, yeah. And then there's Bumble, I guess. But I've never been. I think there's Raya. Is there Raya? Is Raya good?
Haven't tried.
I'm kind of old school. I feel like after
Me
it's
too.
a little bit weird. Like
No.
I don't know. Have you tried it?
I did it for fun.
Raya?
My friends, I don't know, I just did it as a dare. My friends made a profile for me.
Okay, did it work? Did you find any potential suitors?
I saw all my friends in Manila.
Oh
Like,
no!
Like, ew.
That's
what
also
are
my
you
worst
doing?
fear. Like running into someone, I'm like, ew. No, I know you.
No, basically I signed up because they were like, it takes 4 months to be accepted. And I was like,
Seriously?
like, I want to try. Like, it was like an ego thing. Like, I wonder how quick I'm going to get accepted.
How fast?
4 days.
Oh wow! See, instant accepted.
And for, I don't know, maybe I opened the app 4 days or something like that. But anyway, it was left on.
Oh,
So like,
did you find some? It's like,
no, I was like, no, it was just all the people we knew,
oh, go on.
like all our friends.
It's gonna pass then.
Yes.
Hard pass, guys. Dating is so hard in Manila. Honestly, it's like,
You don't date.
yeah, it's like, I can't. Sorry.
Oh, we're gonna get canceled.
Sorry to all my friends in Manila, but
Cut that out.
no, there's potential for
yours.
maybe for other people, but not for me.
You can cut that out. Love the Philippines.
We're
We're
non-existent.
not gonna go.
You gotta go outward. You gotta go elsewhere. You gotta venture outward.
Okay, have you ever was there ever like a lowest point in your life and how did you bounce back? Okay, let's say how did the I would imagine, let's say after Miss Universe, that was hurt.
Yeah, it was devastating.
That was devastating. How did you bounce back?
I traveled.
Aww.
Yeah, I took a trip with my aunts. We went to Greece, and that was really helpful though, because I've always wanted to take Greece off my list, and I have a family.
This is Mykonos?
We did a cruise, so we did Athens, Mykonos, Rhodes, such
Amazing.
and then what's
Which is your favorite place? Anyways.
I want to go back because it's just so beautiful, and I feel like I just scratched the surface. But Athens is a really cool city. Mykonos is, I mean, every place is just stunning. It's beautiful. I'd love to explore more of it, and I know there are other islands that I'd also like to see. Where I also went to Australia for the first time.
How was Australia?
Australia was awesome. Also really fun. Melbourne, such a cool city. I met so many cool people. Sydney's also really beautiful. Have you been, girl?
Sydney, which is like quick for work.
It's really cool. I did get there. The lifestyle is really cool. The people are really friendly. You know, it's just beautiful, and the vibes are really lax and cool. Like, I'd like to go back. So. Yeah, well, that's how I help to cope. I traveled. I surrounded myself with my friends.
Yeah.
I just tried to get back into my routine. I started to refocus back on my career, which I had to step back from because I had already been kind of well established here. I had to leave all of that, sacrifice all of that to compete. So just getting back into the group of things and like, owning a little bit of my confidence and feeling like I was myself.
Again.
Yeah, I feel like I had to learn to look at it not with regret and being that bitter, but like, obviously devastated that I lost because it is heartbreaking. But just looking back and being like, well, you know what? I did that. Like,
Yeah.
proud of myself.
No. No, honestly, you've achieved so much, and even that Miss Universe stint. I mean, to be honest, I still think you should.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
This is
That's a whole other topic. We should.
I know. I thought so many people were kind of pressuring me, because I like you,
In your own
like
time.
like you, I had said I would never do it again. I put all my eggs in one basket. Like this would be the one and only time that I would try to compete again because I just can't put my career on hold again like that. It's just it's like half the year I have to stop everything.
That's a long time.
It's a long time to pause the trajectory of your career and like the momentum that you get, and then just be like, I'm gonna put that on break. Yeah, so I mean next year, I don't know, I just
On your own time.
so exhausting, babe. Wow.
I honestly feel you. Guys, after joining a pageant, like I wanted to cut my I wanted to cut my hair, I wanted to color it, I wanted to shave it up.
Yeah.
Like it was so stressful. It's
traumatizing, guys. Losing is you put your whole heart and soul
Yeah.
into something. Like I left my heart on that stage. I gave every single last drop of all of me out there.
Yeah, that's so true.
At least I got to share it with everyone. So,
You did a good job. Okay, what advice would you give to young women entering competitive fields about balancing ambition and sisterhood?
sisterhood,
How's your ambition and career?
ambition, and I think personal life.
Yeah.
I think it's so important that everyone finds a balance between, focusing on your career goals, girl bossing and slow living. I think I have this motto like work hard, play harder. So
You've always
I've always said that, and I live by that to this day, and I'll probably live by it to the day I die because I love to enjoy
Christi and
The good things in
Solá
life.
is gonna put
work hard, play harder. I love to enjoy the good things in life, and obviously you need to work hard, and it's so good to find passion and ambition in what you do in work, But there are still times that you need to step back, take a breather, go on vacation, dance on a dance floor, spend time with family and friends, pet your dog, cuddle your cat, sleep for days on end.
Honestly, when I just want to have a good time on Wolves,
Yeah, find me.
I feel like we should travel together.
Ooh, Tesla.
That would be so much fun.
Too much fun. It's dangerous,
I want to see
actually.
us for like 3 days.
It's dangerous. But yeah, please take that advice. Find balance. Find harmony and balance. And it's okay to live fast and like work hard, but you should always give yourself the self-care the days that you need to recover.
That's amazing. Okay, some final reflections. What is one piece of advice? What is one piece of advice you give women trying to embrace their Anyway, just like what advice would you give young girls who want to join pageants or want to follow your footsteps, or even like girls who resonate?
I think entering pageantry too, I always kind of wanted to be that girl, like you mentioned, that was a little bit outside of the norm, like not your typical EDP, because I
Yeah.
wanted to prove to girls that you can be whatever you want and be able to inspire the woman. You can, go against the grain, or, take a little path that's a little bit offbeat, and you can still inspire people that way, because no one's
No, I kind of love how offbeat you are.
yeah, I think because there's a lot of people like me. Like, you want to watch Drag Race? Evie Oddly. I love you, Evie. Like, I like the weird girls. I like the girls that are like that kind of think a little bit differently, or like, are a little bit, a little bit more alternative thinking in some senses. And
No, I think you're very alternative.
yeah, and that's okay, and you can be that.
I love that.
You can be
I
all
love
that.
people who are just like authentically themselves.
And that's what you should be. All girls should inspire
Yeah.
or aspire to.
I
be.
love
Like, find
her.
yourself. Find yourself.
Yeah.
Own your differences. Own your quirks. Own your individuality. Own your, like, if you have different tastes in music, the way you express yourself in fashion, whatever it may be. Like, just own it and feel good about it, because people love you for who you are, and you'll find your tribe, or you'll find people that appreciate that about you. As long as you're not hurting anybody, that's like my number one rule. Like, just don't offend anyone, don't hurt nobody, and you're good.
I love that. Woo-hoo. This has been a really exciting podcast.
So much Chica. We can Chica
There's
more.
so we
Outside
actually
jam
cheat
off.
We still have a bit of time, but I just wanna tell you guys that like one last question. What do you think you've learned over the past years? What do you wanna change, and what fear do you wanna overcome? And what else are your goals in life? Let's say what do you think is next for you?
What I've learned,
What do you want, if you want to share that with us?
um,
I know it changes, guys. Like our dreams, our missions change.
yeah, they do. They do. What I've learned in the past years, I've definitely, in this most recent year, learned how to be a lot more independent. And
You've been very, very independent.
I've always been getting independent from the start, but
You've been so independent.
I've always sort of looked for validation outwards in a lot of ways, in my personal relationships, for example. And now I've learned how to really rely on myself, and I kind of like this power that I have, that I'm in control of my own. Well, we're all in control of our own destinies, but knowing that I'm the one I've been self-managed as well for like my entire career. So now knowing that I'm responsible for putting myself in this position, I have the power and the capacity to take myself forward, and it's only up to me and my ambition and my confidence. And the more I feed myself that, the more I'm able to achieve, and that's what I'm excited to do. What I'm fearful, what fears I want to get over is I want to be a little bit judgmental of myself, and like for example, like I have a couple of DJ sets that I've just been like holding, like I've recorded but I've never released, because I'm so scared that I'm not there. I have so many amazing friends in the industry, like some of the best in the industry, that you can like, but the pressure there to feel like the expectations are, they're gonna judge me, but everyone's just always telling me just release it, and I'm just like, so this year I'm definitely just gonna release more of my sets, and I'm gonna, I plan to like hopefully start booking a lot more internationally. Now I feel the confidence to be able to do that. I've gotten enough of the reassurance from friends and from people, like fans, or not like people that are in the audience, or people listeners, or people that are dancing to my sets, that I feel confident to try to take myself forward. And I'm excited about that.
I'm so excited for you.
Yeah. That's why I keep traveling too. Knowledge is power, and
me
like
too. I love traveling.
Yeah.
I feel like you learn so much,
super
like quicker too.
a lot. Like just about people, about humanity, about yourself, about different cultures and the way that the differences that people think. I just feel like the more that you absorb that, and the more that you collect from other places and people,
The more you learn, the more you unlearn.
yeah, the wider that your whole world becomes, and the more fun it gets. So the world is our playground. You should enjoy it.
I love that. Work hard, play harder, and that the world is your playground.
Yes. Signed, sealed, delivered.
Babe, thank you so much. I had so much fun, and I feel like we can talk for the whole day.
We could stay here for hours. Just get some more wine. It's breakfast, so maybe late.
We can have beer.
11
It's
a.m.
breakfast.
11 a.m. is my rule. Oh, it's 12, but okay. No, okay. But I had so much fun. Thanks, Kylie, for having me.
No, thank you so much. And okay, after this, yeah, guys, that has been the SOLÁverse podcast. This is episode 2 with the stunning Christi McGarry. Thank you so much for joining us. Please stay tuned for the next episode next month, and we have so many more exciting new collections coming up, new colors ready for summer, new collections for the women, for the guys. Oh my goodness, there's so many things happening at SOLÁverse, and we cannot wait to share with you guys. And again, happy Women's Month, happy International Women's Month, and this has been the SOLÁverse podcast, and this has been Kylie and Christi McGarry. Bye guys. Woo.